close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I can buy you, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. Well, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories when everything was as bright as the bluest sky. Now and then when I see your face, it takes me away to that special place. But if I stare too long, I probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine. Oh, sweet child of mine. Me of a warm, safe place where as a child I hide and pray for the thunder and the rain to quietly pass me by. And she's got eyes of the bluest sky, as if they thought of rain. I hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. Oh, sweet child of mine. 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 Regrets collect like old friends, here to relive your darkest moments. I can see no way, I can see no way. And all of the ghouls come out to play, and every demon wants its pound of flesh. But I like to keep some things to myself. I'd like to keep my shoes drawn. It's always darkest before the dawn, and I've been a fool.
have you upstanding to meet the bridal party. Would you please take your seats? Stunning. Fabulous. Perfect silence here now, isn't it? Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome on behalf of the Northumberland Registration Service and the management staff here at Woodhill Hall. My name is Pauline Young, and it is a pleasure and an honour to be conducting this ceremony. My colleagues are Alice Sewell and Sarah Kidd. Sorry, we've got a full team with us today, so there's a lot of names to remember. Anyway, I just hope everyone, and thank everybody for being here to support this lovely couple, because today's the day they decided to get married. And you've all been invited with your support, your love, and hopefully some lovely memories of the day to share with them in their future. They've chosen stunning surroundings, good weather. They've chosen their own music, their own personal promises and vows, and just add a little bit of their own personal touch to this ceremony. And when you're ready, shall we begin? Let's get on with it. So, Kevin, may I have your full name?
Kevin James Richardson.
Thank you. And Amy, may I have your full name?
Amy Catherine Shaw.
Lovely, thank you very much. This place in which we are met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. If any person knows of any lawful impediment why Kevin and Amy may not be joined together in matrimony, you are to declare it now. Lovely silence again, that's fine. Now, before you promise yourselves to each other in marriage, it is my duty to remind you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. So now I'm going to ask each of you in turn to declare that you know of no legal reason why you may not marry each other today. And you're first, Kevin, and you repeat after me. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Kevin James Richardson, may not be joined in marriage to Amy Catherine Shaw. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Amy Catherine Shaw, may not be joined in marriage to Kevin James Richardson. Good, we can continue. That's lovely. The purpose of marriage is that you may always love, care for, and support each other through all the joys and the sorrows of life, and that love may be fulfilled in a relationship of permanent and continuing commitment. And everybody here is here to support you with that. So Kevin and Amy wish to marry each other because in each other's company they found fulfillment and love. And now they wish to affirm that relationship, offering each other the security that comes from legally binding vows, sincerely made and faithfully kept. And by taking these vows, you are undertaking a commitment to cherish and support each other for the rest of your lives together. So we'd like to turn and face each other. Please keep holding hands. That's lovely. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's
So we're about to get married. So the institution of marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. So my next question, answer I do normally. So do you, Kevin, take Amy here present to be your lawful wedded wife, to be loving, loyal and faithful to her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
And do you, Amy, take Kevin here present to be your lawful wedded husband, to be loving, loyal and faithful to him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
So remain as you are, because now in the presence of your family, friends and the Registrar of Marriages, we're now going to do the legal contract of the marriage. Nice and loud so everybody at the back can hear you, Kevin. I, Kevin James Richardson,
I, Kevin James Richardson,
take you, Amy Catherine Shaw,
take you, Amy Catherine Shaw,
to be my wedded wife.
to be my wedded wife.
Perfect. Your turn, Amy. I, Amy Catherine Shaw,
I, Amy Catherine Shaw,
take thee, Kevin James Richardson,
take thee, Kevin James Richardson,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband. Just me.
There it is, right on with
Fine,
you.
that's fine, you've said it. Now, what is marriage? A marriage is a promise that two hearts gladly make. It's a promise to be tender, to help to give and to take. A marriage is a promise to be kind and understanding, to be thoughtful and considerate, fair and undemanding. A marriage is a promise to share one life together. It's a love-filled promise which is meant to be kept lovingly forever. And you've chosen the personal promise that you would like to say to each other. So I'm going to guide you through it, but I'm going to move to the side because these are what you're saying to each other. Okay? And you're first, Kevin. Amy, from this day forward,
Amy, from this day forward,
I promise to share my life with you,
I promise to share my life with you,
to laugh with you,
to laugh with you,
to be proud of you,
to be proud of you,
never take you for granted,
never take you for granted,
always take care of you,
always take care of you,
and to be faithful to you.
and to be faithful to you.
I promise to love you for the rest of my life.
I promise to love you for the rest of my life.
Perfect. Now your turn, Amy. I promise that I, Amy,
I promise that I, Amy,
accept you as my one true love.
accept you as my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today, tomorrow and forever.
and love you today, tomorrow and forever.
Through the best and the worst,
Through the best of the worst,
through the difficult and the easy.
through the difficult and the easy.
What may come, what may come,
What may come,
I will always be there.
I will always be there.
As I give you my hand to hold,
As I give you my hand to hold,
so I give you my life to keep.
so I give you my life to keep.
Perfect. I think that is well done. That was lovely. Well done. I like a giggle box. That's lovely. Now then, we come to another significant part of the ceremony, the giving and the receiving of the wedding rings. And this is an ancient and traditional way of sealing the contract that you have now both made. A wedding ring is an unbroken circle which symbolises unending and everlasting love, and it reflects the promises that you have just said to each other. So, if I could have Carl up here, please. Carl, I think if you could go there, that would be lovely, thank you. If you could give the smallest ring. Yes, Amy's ring. To Kevin. Lovely. That's it, lovely. Kevin, if you could put it on Amy's finger, please.
Didn't get that wrong.
Just hold
Yeah,
it.
just
Just hold it. Just hold it, Kevin. Just hold it there. That's lovely. Thank you. Amy, I give you this ring
Amy, I give you this ring
as a symbol of our marriage
as a symbol of our marriage
for today and tomorrow
for today and tomorrow
and all days to come.
and all days to come.
Wear it as a sign of the vows
Wear it as a sign of the vows
we have made this day.
we have made this day.
And then put that ring fully on. Lovely.
All good.
Now just wait a minute. Now can you take Amy's engagement ring?
If it comes off.
If it comes
No,
off,
there's
take
the
Amy's
engagement.
engagement ring. That's it. Now there's no special words for the engagement ring,
We'll get this.
but Kevin's taking the engagement ring off the spare finger and putting it on the finger next to the wedding ring in the right place. It's
My
going to
hands
go
are
on.
sweaty.
Try and remember the
hot.
first time it went on that finger, and now our bride is fully dressed. Now, give Amy that one. Thank you. Lovely. That's it. Just hold it at the knuckle, Amy. Kevin, I give you this ring
Kevin, I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage.
as a sign of our marriage.
May it remind us of this moment
May it remind us of this moment
and the commitment I have made to you.
and the commitment I have made to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I have, I share with you.
All that I have, I share with you.
And then put that ring on.
Just push.
Push, push.
There we go.
It's not coming off, that's fine. Thank you very much. Oh, that's lovely. Well done. So, these are the hands of your partner, young and strong and full of love, holding your hands as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will hold you in comfort and grief and sorrow. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of laughter and tears of sorrow. These are the hands that will give you the strength that you need. And these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still reaching for the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. So every day you live, remember the promises that you have made to each other. Share your feelings and value each other's beliefs. And no matter what challenges might come your way, may it make your marriage even stronger. May you always be each other's best friend and greatest love. So Kevin and Amy have made the declarations required by law. They've made solemn and binding promises to each other. So I hope everyone here can join with me in wishing them all the very best of luck in their new married life together. And it was with great delight I can declare you are now husband and wife, and you know what to do next.
just want to see you when you're all alone. I just want to catch you if I can. I just want to be there when the morning light explodes. On your face it radiates. I can't escape. I love you till the end. I just want to tell you nothing you don't want to hear. All I want is for you to say, oh, why don't you just take me where I've never been before. I know you want to hear me catch my breath. I love you till the end. I love you till the end. Till the end. I love you till the end. I just want to be there when we're caught in the rain. I just want to see you laugh, not cry. I just wanna feel you when the night puts on its cloak. I'm lost for words, don't tell me, 'cause all I can say, I love you till the end. I love you till the end. Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you will be in my heart. Yes, you will be in my heart. From this day on, now they can't explain. Well, I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. And you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know when destiny calls you, you must be strong. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know we'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Believe me, you'll be in my heart. I'll be there from this day on, now and forevermore. Ooh, you'll be in my heart. You'll be here in my heart. Always say, I'll be with you, be here in my heart. I'll be there always. Always. I'll be with you. But I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. I'll be there always. Put your head against my life. What do you hear? A million words just trying to make the love song of the year. Close your eyes, but don't forget what you have heard. A man who's trying to say 3 words, the words that make me
Kevin
scared.
first met online, and his first date was at Dino's Italian. This was back in about 2017. And they share a lot of common interests. They love to travel, explore and go walking. They have a love of food, and they both have a great sense of adventure. Additionally, Kevin enjoys football, whilst Amy loves to scroll through Instagram. Scroll. Some might say a match made in heaven, but let's delve a little bit deeper into that. Now, Kevin says that Amy's worst habit is that she can't let things go. She always needs to drag out an argument. Whereas Amy says that Kevin's worst habit is leaving the washing up in the sink. Plus, she gets irritated because he doesn't like to socialise. On the other hand, Amy says that Kevin treats her like the princess she is and is very caring. And Kevin says he loves her smile, her laugh, and her kind and loving nature. And as you may have already noticed today, or if you haven't, then you soon will, Amy and Kevin, they love their films and their TV and music. And their favourite film together is The Holiday, and quite a few tracks from that movie have been featuring today and will do. their favourite TV show together is How I Met Your Mother. And they both agree that Amy is definitely the one with the most expensive tastes. And speaking of tastes, I know you're all waiting for your food, but we can't start without the two most important people here today. So please, friends and family, will you show a big warm welcome for Amy and Kevin, the new Mr. and Mrs. Richardson.
Just for you, girl. Love songs and here right
You do know my mum used to wait for them.
First off today, as is traditional, we have the father of the bride. Please put your hands together for Andrew.
The bit I've been dreading.
I've got
So I'm all prepared. It's all in my head. Just a few notes I prepared earlier, just in case it all goes wrong. Then it could.
Nothing you do does go.
Well, this might be the first.
It's the first time.
Yeah. Well, good afternoon anyway. Thanks for joining us today to celebrate Amy and Kev's marriage. I'm glad you've all been able to come today, and especially you Sunderland fans here today. Isn't many? You could have gone to Wembley, been entertained, but instead you decided to join us here to celebrate Amy and Kev's marriage. And you'll be pleased to know I believe we're 1-0 up already. Unfortunately for all you Newcastle fans, where's Wembley? Anyway, now now Amy told me that I should keep this short, sweet and clean, so I said I'd do my very best. But you know, after 25 years of Amy being my daughter, she hasn't taken much notice of me either, so I think it's time for me to maybe do the same. As you'll be well aware, that the difference between myself and Amy, though, as I'm sure you all know, is that once she starts talking, she never knows when to stop. But at least she always has a smile on her face, and if she hasn't got a smile, there's always a giggle, as you've all noticed today. Well, who can believe? It's been 25 and a bit years. However, at last, I can hand over my responsibilities. Talking of which, when Amy was a toddler, she would have been about 2 years old. Hazel gave me the dreaded responsibility one day to look after her.
I know where this is going.
Well, Hazel just put me off. So one day, as I was told, we went out into the garden to do some jobs. So child. No, I've got lost though.
Don't worry, just pick your pace
So
up.
we went out into the garden. So I thought some jobs need doing. Upstairs windows need repaired. So gets the ladders out. Up I goes. Amy playing, as I thought, in the garden. Later, as I got the ladders out, up fixing the windows, I heard a shout out from Hazel. She's on the ladder. So I turned round to find Amy climbing up the first couple of rungs on the ladder to help me. Well, part of the plan, to be honest. I said, well, so that was my childcare days finished. Couldn't understand why. Now, growing up, Amy, growing up was one of the things that I think both my girls now appreciate is the time they spent during their childhood that they were able to play out. Luckily in the street where we live, there is a big patch of grassed area that we were all able to make their street playground with several other kids that lived in the street, some of whom are here today. The games they played for hours, water fights, camps, paddling pools, picnics, bike rides and much more. I know even now that they look back on those times as great memories to be taken with them as they move through the stages of their lives. And that makes myself and Hazel very happy to know that they were happy. Don't get me wrong, there were also tears, tantrums, typical Barneys between the gang of friends, which often ended up in ice fights. However, maybe we shouldn't mention them anymore, should we? But which were quickly forgotten by most at the next playing out time. Now, I could go on and tell you lots more stories about Amy, but I'm sure she really won't want me to, as I may start to embarrass her. But when she was younger, but there are far too many things to say. So I just wanted to mention when she told us she had met somebody, a boy. Go on. I was rubbing my hands together thinking, hopefully this time that's one step closer to getting one of my daughters off my hands. Now I think Amy and Kevin had been out a couple of times together, but there was one night she actually told us she was going out to meet Kevin. And as time went on that evening, Hazel and myself, we didn't hear anything from her. It was getting late, and she wasn't back, and Hazel was now starting to panic a little bit. I wasn't, but Hazel was. She said, Hazel said, I think I should maybe give her a ring. I said, you cannot give her a ring. She's out on a date. She said, I can. I said, no. So she eventually decided she would send a text. The beauty of mobile phones in these days, we'd have just been left to it, wouldn't we? And said, go on, do what we wanted. So here's text. And instead of a text replied from Amy, the phone rang. So Hazel answered, and on the phone, on the other end of the phone, it wasn't Amy, it was Kevin on the line, and he spoke to Hazel to reassure her that her daughter was in fact fine and wasn't going to come to any harm whatsoever, even if she did think he was a nut job. To which Hazel replied, it's okay, I'm just doing my job. It's what parents do. Now, I'm not going to drag this on any longer because I'm getting really muddled up now. But I'd just like to say here to Amy and Kevin, congratulations to you both on this special day. Hope you have as many happy years together as me and your mum have had. And I'd just like to also make a special mention to Denise and Ronnie's, Kevin's parents, for the well-mannered, polite and principled young man that I'm now proud to call my son-in-law. So, that's it, you don't have to listen to me any longer. I'd just like you all to join me to make a toast to Kevin and Amy, the bride and groom. Here's to a happy, healthy, great future ahead of you, to whatever you both choose to do. Amy and Kevin.
Amy and Kevin.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to hear from probably the happiest man in Northumberland. So, it's Kevin.
Difference is I built my pauses in.
How many pages you got there?
I know that's right.
Too many. I think based on what I've just heard, I'm going to go word for word on this, to be honest. Just to play it nice and safe. Right, good afternoon, everyone. I'll apologise in advance to those having the souffle, but I'm afraid my speech contains a little bit more cheese. I got told to open on a joke on the off chance the father of the bride delivered an emotional and tear-inducing speech that left you all dabbing your eyes. Yep.
You would hope, mate.
It gives me great pleasure on behalf of my wife and I to welcome you all here, to thank each and every one of you for sharing this very special day with us. I can confidently say that the wedding would not be the same without you all here to enjoy it with us. Though it would have been a hell of a lot cheaper. We know a lot of you have travelled a long way to be here, and it means a great deal that you could make it. As most of you know, getting up in front of a crowd is not exactly what I would call a good time. That being said, I've been reliably informed that this may well be my last opportunity to speak for myself now that I'm married. So I intend to make the most of it. I've tried to keep the speech reasonably short and sweet, though there is much to say and many to thank. However, I will of course try my utmost to keep you all engrossed and enthralled with my usual cheery, glass-half-full, witty, approachable, and frankly irresistible personality. And at the bottom, yeah, slightly offended that got more laughs than the opening joke. I think a special big thanks also needs to go to my wife for picking a date where there's no worthy football matches. Is there anything on?
I hear a cheer in a minute.
Ooh, championship! Right, raise your glasses, however full or empty. Hazel. To your good self, and thank you for being here. Step one. Everybody else. Right. Zero. Andy and Hazel. Thank you very much for lovely references in your speech, Andy. It took marrying your daughter, the promise of a bar and some free food to get you to say some nice things about me. Here we are, money well spent, and my turn to return in kind. Most of you who know Andy won't be surprised to find the condition I first met him in was intoxicated with red wine stained teeth.
Best behaviour today.
Yep. We sat and chatted, and I got the anticipated grilling about every move and decision I've ever made from the four of them. Clearly I came through unscathed, or I wouldn't be here to tell the tale. Oh, you're laughing now. I first met Hazel the same time as Andy and found her with wine glass in hand. Sure, we can all see an alcohol-related problem. Sat in her dressing gown, this feature would grow all too familiar to me. And most who know her well. I'm all the more grateful you've got yourself dressed up for the wonderful occasion. And I'm very glad your glass has something in it to finish the toast. Right, I'll be a bit politer now. Hazel is very much the matriarch of the family, the don and the glue that holds it all together, there to provide wisdom and home truths where necessary. A lot of home truths. Hazel, you've raised a woman who emits so much kindness and love, traits which I'm sure you're immensely proud of. Such as the effect you have had on Amy, we decided to buy a house one street over.
Watery triangle.
Naturally, we're waiting anxiously for the one next door to you to go up for sale.
Come on, put a game.
Andy, Andy, the way you have treated your wife and daughters is a model that will be hard for any of your daughters, boyfriends, or husbands to live up to, but I give you my word, I will do my best. Good luck, Sam. Most future father-in-laws make comments such as, "You're brave for taking this one on, or rather you than me," and I didn't get any of this from Andy. I was just as concerned as well. Might as well have had a suitcase packed and the wedding booked before we even finished that first night. Joking aside, I must thank you both, and I'm quite sure this wedding wouldn't be taking place if it wasn't for you both, and we are immensely grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the wonderful mother and father of the bride, Andy and Hazel.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks.
Cheers, Dev.
This isn't going so bad.
No, you're doing well.
Right, quick honourable mention to the best man. As you can see, I'm taking no prisoners. Carl Owens, friend since we were 8 and a worthy best man to vent to when I was becoming frustrated with the wedding. Because I'm confident he wasn't listening to a single thing I said. I'm assured his speech is thoughtful, emotional and contains no vulgarities. If the roles were reversed, I certainly couldn't promise you the same. That being said, if you do a good job here, you can be best man at my next wedding.
It might be cheaper, that
Ooh, that one really could have went either way. Thank God for that. Right.
About to move the chair.
Suppose I should probably say something about the maid of honour as well.
Oh dear.
And silence hit the room. Otherwise, for the next 50 years, all I'll hear is, "I can't believe you didn't put me in your speech." I mean, that's so rude.
It's so true.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Ellie, I tried my hard to find a word that would describe you best without being too mean as to ruin the day, too nice as you'd never let me live it down. I couldn't find one that combines the words annoying, sisterly, loving in your own way, funny and annoying. Yes, I used annoying twice. As such, all I can really say is thank you for being here, being there for Amy, and for the first time in the past 5.5 years, you can now refer to me as your bro-in-law, and unfortunately, I can no longer object. Raise your glasses to Carl and Ellie, everyone.
Carl and Ellie.
Right, now we delve into cheesy territory. I've been asked multiple times if my dad will be invited to my wedding, to which my reply has been, of course, he's sat just over there. For a bit of context, to those of you who don't know, Denise and Ronnie were my foster carers who took me in at age 8. Few children from similar upbringings will ever have the chances I've had, coupled with the discipline, guidance and support that I had. I've been taken in and become part of such a large, loving family, with a brother and 2 nieces who unfortunately couldn't be here, 2 brilliant nephews and a sister who radiates that same kindness you have both shown me, and countless aunties and uncles who have treated me as if I was born into the family. I will always be immeasurably grateful. I've got no more jokes. I know that whilst I will rarely ask, you will be there if I need. It gives me such comfort and motivation. Ronnie, anyone who knows you to be the kindest, funniest and friendliest person on the planet. Quick-witted, you are often found quietly pondering your next dad joke that you then deliver with timing that simply cannot be taught. I can't think of a better man to look up to and have as a father figure in my life. Denise, you're a person who will do anything for anyone and expect nothing in return. Whilst I'm sure those first few years were probably not the easiest with me, you've been such an important person in my life and I know you will continue to be so. There are members of my biological family here today, of which I'm immensely grateful that you could attend. And I am sure that they would agree with me that I owe an immense deal of gratitude to you both for making me the man I am today. Ladies and gentlemen, well, you've gone too early because now I'm going to have to ask you to clap again. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass once more, Ronnie and Denise. Now, if that was enough cheese for you all, we move swiftly on to the main attraction. The wonderful and newly christened Mrs. Richardson. Not quite christened. filmed in yours, so that's why it's in there.
I just got it there.
That's why I put such a big pause after it, looked just for you.
Took us a while.
Amy, I'm sure we'd all like to comment on just how beautiful you look today. I call you that all the time, and based on your lovely smile, today being maybe one of the first times you actually believe me. On the 7th of January 2017, we went on our first date, and I don't think either of us expected to be where we are today. She was 20 minutes late.
That was Lauren's fault.
And she dropped cutlery all over the floor. I thought at the time that it may be nerves, but no. 5 years, it turns out that's just exactly who she is. She laid out the line pretty early on. Don't even think starters had arrived before she explained she wanted to get married, have 12 children and 32 dogs. Got to respect a woman who knows what she wants, you know. As most of you know, Amy and I are somewhat different people. One of us is laid back and the other is soap tight. The slightest alteration to a plan causes the most obscene amount of emotional distress. I'll let you all work out who's who. One of us talks for England, and frankly getting them to be quiet for the football is one of life's greatest challenges. The other sits at the end of the table and avoids conversation where possible. Guess who? One of us has a smile that never falters, and the other is, of course, Amy. Cheer up, it's your wedding day.
I'm always happy.
But these differences make us the couple we are today. Imagine trying to plan this wedding if we were both sitting crying on the sofa because your mum and dad had a different opinion to you. Amy, I confess I am without doubt the grumpiest and most unsociable human on the planet.
You don't say.
Redeemed only by your kindness and warm-hearted nature. Your infectious smile, laugh, and all-round personality makes it difficult for even someone as grumpy as me not to crack a smile and think to myself just how lucky I am. You light up any room when you walk in and can be heard from Australia. All these redeeming qualities you have make any man an extremely fortunate person. However, I am the one who gets to stand up here and now call you my wife, and I can think of no greater privilege or honour. You've done it again, you've done it. I'll tell you what. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you for the last time from me, but this time if we could give a nice big cheer whilst we raise our glasses to my beautiful wife, Amy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hear from Kevin's dad, Ronnie.
Right, my speech won't take long, because in every relationship there's a noisy one and a quiet one. I'm the quiet one. Right, this is going to be short. As we've just heard, Kevin came in his nice lives, 8-year-old. It was very soon what a sensible, well-mannered kid he was. He stuck in at school, never got into trouble. And
Hang on a minute.
as far as I'm aware, he never got into trouble.
Hang on.
I was in the pub. We got him into the local football team, give him an interest. Very quickly, he became captain of the team because of his attitude, and he honestly, as you know, he takes everything so seriously. And he stuck in his duties. But one story I need to tell you about Kevin and his football. In one game we were playing in Jarrah. I'll never forget it. He was up against this lad who was giving him some stick, really was. Right? Kevin was giving as much back. Half time, Kevin come off with such an array of choice language. I can't tell you the day. Right? But was a array of it. Anyway, as the second half went on, getting near the end, still a draw, and Kevin went up with this header. He put it in the back of the net. Right? Not only that, the kid who was giving him grief I looked up and he's in the back of the net. You know, and you could see that, you know, Kevin is getting justice by that. And that just shows you how he takes his duties, responsibilities so strongly. And I'm sure he'll do exactly the same with his marriage. He'll give 110% to Amy. No, if anybody's got anything to say, you'll see it. Right? Anyway, he packed his football in, and then he says, I'm going out. You know, the deodorant was on the scene and the aftershave was on the... So you knew what was happening. Right? But anyway, then we met the beautiful Amy. And how proud it is now, yeah? But we really know what a lovely girl she is. And that's just down to Andrew and Hazel for bringing her up so well. So, I've just, well, that's it from me. But I have heard on the grapevine it's 2-0 like the Wigan. So I don't know if you want another drink, son, or what. You know, it's just this. But anyway, can you raise your glasses to Kevin and Amy, please? Thank you, Kevin and Amy.
Okay. Last, but definitely not least, and here for one night only.
There's enough cameras over there.
Are you ready, Carl? It's Carl, best man.
Short and sweet like Ronnie's. I want to start my speech by saying a few thank yous. First of all, for everyone turning up. It's amazing that we can all be here. My next thank you is to Ronnie and Denise for raising such an amazing son. And my last thank you is to Hazel and Andrew for raising a fantastic daughter. Now, I know speeches are meant to be funny, but unfortunately, we know Kevin's not. So I want to talk about a memory. And about 10 years ago, our friend Jed over there got dared just to climb a hill. But as you do as a teenager, you don't go, oh, I'll just get the smallest one. We decided to go and do Ben Nevis. And as 16-year-olds do, we travelled all the way from Durham up to Ben Nevis on trains. It didn't go very well. We were on the wrong platform straight away. And as the trip went on, there was more calamities ahead. Jed got stuck in a terminal with his case and didn't know what to do. A few of us might have got on the wrong train, but we made it. We climbed Ben Nevis at 16. And for me, that is a memory I will never forget. So, I know Amy and Kevin have been together now already and they will have fantastic memories. But I hope, and I know they will, as now they are... I'm going to get choked up a little bit, sorry. As they are now married, they will create even more memories. So I want to raise a glass to creating memories. Thank you.
This love is like sun on the rise. This love got me rolling the dice. Don't let me lose. Still falling for you. Still falling for you. Beautiful mind. Your heart got a story with mine. Your heart got me hurting at times. Your heart gave me new kind of highs. Your heart got me feeling so fine. So what to do? Still falling for you. Still falling for you. It took us a while. With every breath a new day. With love on the line. We've had our share of mistakes. But all your flaws and scars are mine. Still falling for you. Still falling for you. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. I'm in. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. No one can lift me, catch me the way that you do. I'm still falling for you. Brighter than gold, this love shining brighter than gold. is like letters and bolts. This love is like out of control. This love's never growing old. You make it new. So falling for you. So falling for you. It took us a while, 'cause we were young and unsure, with love on the line. What if we both would need more? But all your flaws and scars are mine. So falling for you, so falling for you, so falling for you. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. I'm in, and just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. No one can lift me, catch me the way that you do. Still falling for you. Falling, crashing through my heart. Love you like this, like a first kiss, never let go. Falling, crashing through my heart, never breaking what we got. Falling for you. Still falling for. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. I'm in, and just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me, all for me. And just like that, all I breathe is you, all I feel is you. You are all for me, I'm still for. And just like that, all I breathe is you, all I feel is you. You are all for me. No one can let me, catch me the way that you do. I'm still falling for you.
Please put your hands together for Amy Pennings.
Like scene from a movie, that every broken heart now we're walking on moonlight. And you pull me close, split second and you disappear, and I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, a breath of relief, and I
The very brand new Mr. and Mrs.